Ellis Eccleston. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Your Honor.
You're charged with parking in a tow zone next to the courthouse in downtown Providence.
That was the only road I had seen that was going to Brown University. My daughter was going to visit, and I was very nervous of my wife yelling at me, so I went to make sure I didn't want to be late. So that was the only clean road. But now it makes sense why the road was clear. So I'm not saying I didn't park there. I just can't pay the $300 right now. That's all.
Your daughter goes to Brown?
No, she's visiting. She's in high school.
Oh,
but
okay. Oh, she's thinking of going to Brown.
I mean, if she gets accepted, hopefully, yes.
Mm-hmm. Where else is she applying to?
UConn, and she's very nervous about applying to Johns Hopkins, but she wants to be a surgeon.
So, I mean, you must have been petrified if your wife was yelling at you, right? Did this happen quite often?
I'm going to plead the fifth.
The answer to the question is yes. But he's not going to admit it.
No.
Does your wife yell at you? Of course she does. She does that.
Strong suggestions?
You're on the oath, Inspector Carrigan. Tell the truth.
I take his plead the fifth on that, too.
You know, you didn't get upset because your wife was yelling at you, right? Because sometimes love expresses itself in different ways.
Yes, that is a fact.
Sometimes it's yelling and screaming and pointing, right?
Of course.
Was it all that?
No, we got there on time, so I didn't do anything wrong.
You don't have to answer that. What do you think about this?
Understandable.
Prohibited area?
Yes, yeah.
The fine was $100, and because it wasn't paid in time, it's been tripled to $300, which is a pretty hefty fine. The original fine was $100, and that's the fine for parking in a tow zone.
Correct.
I'm going to amend the charge to parking in a prohibited area, and that'll cost you $30.
Okay.
No, I know $300 was stiff for you. Can you afford the $30?
Yes, sir.
You better get used to $30 if your daughter goes to Brown. How many children do you have?
One.
Oh, this is the only one.
Yeah, well, we're working on trying to get another. She's my stepdaughter. She's my wife's actual daughter. I've been in her life since 8. She's 17, about to turn 18, learning how to drive, so my car's hit a couple curbs so far.
That happens. It's a very exciting time in someone's life when their children go to college.
It is.
I'm going to just share this story with you. That I have 5 children.
Wow.
And my first son went to college, and at the time I had a big van. And so I said, okay, well, I'm not dropping names, but he was accepted and went to Harvard. So I said, okay, we're all going to Harvard. So I got all 5 kids in the car. We got a little refrigerator, we got furniture, the whole thing is jammed. We drive up to the Harvard yard, and everybody helps carrying furniture up to his dorm room, all excited. Second guy is my second son right here. He goes to American University and then goes to Boston College. Almost the same thing. I think one guy was left out. We all have to go and help. Then my daughter goes to college up in Boston. She goes to Emmanuel at that point. And my wife and I and one of my other sons went with her, right? Then my son John, his first year, went to the University of Texas, so my wife and I flew down with another one of my sons. And then my last son went to college. He went to Quinnipiac. And I gave him the keys to the car and says, have a good time, Paul. We'll see you later. So it started off with 5. We all had to go to keep the family together. My last son, I gave him the keys, said, call me when you get there. So it's actually a true story. So you only have one so far, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so instead of $300, it's going to cost you $30.
Okay.
So that won't dent the tuition too much. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.